university, I have had issues of identity within my own religion, a social support within my religion, and other aspects. I encourage the crowd to please tell everyone their own challenges, and then I would ask the panel to please give advice on how we can deal with this.
Just to interrupt, I'd like to reintroduce our chairman. I'll put it back to the mic. I believe you was doing something for your youth, are you? Yeah? Just give us your time. Thank you.
I think Sikina, you're meant to be doing this because she's actually one of the leaders under Kadok Youth. She's one of the people that are community. We have a youth group under Kadok, being the Central Association of Nigerians in the United Kingdom. That is, we're having an event on the 23rd of this month. It is at Imperial College, yes. She knows more than, because she's one of the leaders there. And what we're trying to do is to encourage people that are not working. We want to give them a job. So we're going to be talking about jobs, we're going to be talking about employability, a lot of things. And how we can actually help our youth to fix their CVs. You know, people, they don't have, maybe they don't understand how to write their CV, they don't understand where to send it to. We're going to be helping youth to do that. So I want you guys to come. Hey, yes. Come on, share it. She just said anything under employability. So what we're doing is for you guys to come over, listen to the people that will be talking on the day, and if you're looking for a job, we'll be able to give you what we have at hand. It's on the 23rd again of this month, and it's at Imperial College. That's Southeast again. South Kensington. South Kensington. Thank you.
Well, thank you, now, Chairman. Now diving into the second part of the program. My Sheikh, I greet you all and say thank you again before we dive in. To the audience, the second question here, or the second topic, is about the youth in the 21st century. Now we have three issues that we want your help in dealing with it. Religion and social challenges faced by the typical Muslim youth, that is the first one, i.e., well, issues of modesty and integration with non-Muslims. This is a very huge topic, a very challenging topic, and it's a topic that is full of education. And I hope all the youth present here today, you're looking forward to taking something home. As I can see, some of you are in the higher institution now, away from home. According to the two questions entertained earlier on by the young men, it sounds from your questions that the challenges of today in the 21st century, your question was from your experience. Our Sheikh, yes, we have a young Sheikh and we have a grandfather here, because I believe he is a grandfather.
We are all grandfathers.
Yes.
Inshallah.
You will give us your opinion as our father. Yeah, now hold on a second. Dealing with the second question. Our young Sheikh here, looking into the perspective of being a youth and a young man, it's not too far away from you guys. Then the challenges he faces, I'm sure he will interpret that into answering the question or dealing with the topic. So, fellows, let me go to the young man first, the young Sheikh. is full of it, is seeing it all, still hearing it, before we go back to our Father who will seal it. Assalamu alaikum.
Okay. I think this this second topic is quite huge, like my Sheikh said. The Muslim youth in the 21st century, religion and social challenges faced by typical Muslim youth in terms of modesty and integration with non-Muslims. Yeah, to me, some of our fathers, some of our great scholars in Islam, they don't like it when we use the word moderate Muslims. And myself, I used to frown at it before. Like, is it just an invented word? Is there something like moderate Muslims and the extremists? Like, why can't we all just try to stamp the word Muslims to that side of the moderation? But it's difficult, because we all know rightly that there are some people that are extremists in Islam. So that people have invented the word, consciously or unconsciously, for moderate Muslims. So what is moderation to a young Muslim? What is that modesty? What do you think is the ideal thing to you? Okay, you don't go far right, you don't go far left. But to me, the greatest problem a young Muslim youth, I wouldn't say in the world, and I wouldn't just leave it open, I would say in the Western world that we are today, the greatest problem is what one of the moderators said earlier on, is about identity. Identity crisis is a big problem we are facing today. Our young youths here, I look at them sometimes and I feel so bad for them. It's very easy for our fathers, because they grew up in Islam, they grew up in a Muslim environment, everything worked, even whether they were taught or they were not taught, the society was teaching us. The society was actually teaching us how to do this, how to do that, consciously, unconsciously. You knew about Ramadan. If you don't fast, then the society itself will force you to fast. If you don't pray, your fathers will wake you up in the morning, you get used to that. All that are not happening here. So when that child, when that young youth, when he or she is growing up, it becomes, how do I identify? I see my fellow colleague at university, he or she is a Christian, and she's a good religious Christian, he's a good religious Christian, but he doesn't face much problem, because all he or she does is go to church on Sunday morning, wear the best of clothes. She goes like she's going for a party, he goes like he's going to a club, they dance and they come back home, they're happy. Whereas I am being forced to pray 5 times daily. I'm being forced to fast 30 days. I'm being forced to do this, everything. The society is not even welcoming for it. How do I go about it? So that is the problem. They might not say it, but they are facing that inner problem. They are facing the inner thing within them is asking those questions every day. That, can you bail out? Is it possible one way or another you bail out? So to that youth that is facing that inner demon today, telling him or her that you can bail out. You can't bail out from Islam. Islam is the most beautiful religion in the world. It's the only way you can ensure peace in this world and the hereafter. And the way out, I always tell people, is having moderation. Do the best you can do. Learn about your religion. Empower yourself about your religion. I've had different opinions with my father. He's a sheikh, he's a grand sheikh. I've had a debate with him about terrorism. I was able to explain some certain things to him that he never understood. He was not privy to those information. In his head, he felt it's America, it's Britain, it's this, it's that, they are enemies of Islam. I had to explain some certain things to him. Would I be in situation to explain to him if I had just sat down and said, I will follow what he's telling me? I have to empower myself, I have to look for information. So I expect that from every youth here. You come here, you've heard what you like and you've heard what you don't like. It is left for you to go back home and empower yourself. Make people see you and say, we don't know a Muslim can be like this. I can't imagine a Muslim being such a good soul. Let people see that beautiful thing in you. And another thing is we live in a multicultural society. It is high time we all accepted that fact. It is high time we all accepted that the next person sitting next to me could be a Christian. We are in a Christian state. We are in a Christian country. And we must respect the laws of the land. We have people, refugees from Syria. Our Muslim countries, our Muslim brothers, Muslim government did not take them in. They did not even see it as a problem. It was Belgium, it was France, it was Britain, it was Germany that were taking our Muslim brothers into their countries. They housed them, they gave them new lease of life. They gave them life, they made them happy people again. So how do we pay them back? The only way we can pay them back is what? Is to make them happy and to be law-abiding citizens. Don't do anything against the law of the land as a Muslim. The last thing I will say is don't compromise your religion. There is no compromise in religion. And there are no two ways about Islam. It's either white or black. If you want to be a Muslim, that's what the Quran says. If you want to be a Muslim and let people see that you're a Muslim. Don't make any compromise. But whatever you believe in and whatever you think is the right thing, try to enforce it. We might be unpopular today. Some of us have been called different names. Some of us, I've been told, somebody, a Sheikh, one of our Nigerian Sheikh, he's actually told me before, are you sure he's a Muslim, right? Or are you he doesn't understand me again. Simply because I was telling them that we can interact with Christians. I was giving them examples of the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He allowed Christians to pray in his mosque in Medina. When Christians pray, they wouldn't say Allahu Akbar. What would they say? Hallelujah. The Prophet allowed them in the corner in his mosque. He told them, let them go and pray there. And they prayed in his mosque in Medina. Today, show me that mosque that will allow Christians to come in there and pray. But there are Christians in Glasgow. They are doing what Prophet Muhammad did. They invited Christian Muslims that are homeless and do not have anywhere to pray. They invited them into their house, into their church to come and pray. So we are having a reverse case today. We have abandoned what our religion is teaching us and we are letting other people to teach us. So please and please, the youths of today, we need to come together. We need to be strong. The world is moving, the world is evolving, and we don't want to be left out. I always tell people, Muslims are far behind in the world today. Why? Because we think we have the right to everything. We are the beloved. We are the people Allah loved most. No, Allah loved us most, but He wants us to work for it. He loved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but He did not give him out of what sheer loyalty. He made him work for it. So Muslims today, we need to work for it. We need to shape the religion. We need to shape the image of the religion. It's bad now. It's a fact. Our image is bad. I have announced it. I was stood up at the airport about 4 weeks ago, simply because she flew from Nigeria to a country, I wouldn't name the country, back here. And she's a Muslim. She was stood up. Would I blame the immigration officer? No. That is the world we live in. She was treated separately. She was given extreme scrutiny. Why? Because some ignorant fellow Muslims decide to take the laws into their hands. And we that we call ourselves moderate Muslims, we are sitting down thinking, oh, they will soon get that. No, they wouldn't. We need to empower and take charge of the religion. May Allah make it easy for us. And lastly, I would like to finish on the note of we are not doing enough. Muslims are not doing enough. When was the last time there was a protest in central London showing our animosity against the killings in Belgium and in France. Please, you should be organizing protests. You should be organizing, not protests, I mean, demonstrations to show the world that Muslims are against what is happening. I see it as a big problem. Muslims, we are not doing enough to show the world that we are against what is happening. Whereas Christians do enough. We see Christians that go to central London to march in support of our brothers in Palestine. They show support to Muslims that are being killed unjustly. And let me tell you this, that is the only place I think they are fighting a just war, Palestinians. Every other war, if they are telling me it's some war, I would not accept it. It is a political war. The war in Syria, the war in Iraq, the war in Bahrain, all of them are political wars. Go and sort that, don't bring Islam into it. But Palestinians are unjustly being battered. But when have we Muslims, did we march to show the world that we are against the killings of innocent souls in Belgium? Did we march to show the world that we are against the killings in Germany, in Britain, everywhere? No, we are just sitting down. And we want the world to believe us that we are against terrorism. The world wouldn't take us serious. So it is high time we started speaking out against terrorism. And I was reading an article in Washington Post saying Muslims are scared of terrorists because they think they will come back to them. And it happened in Glasgow. That imam was killed by a fellow Muslim. Because what? He wanted to show the world that he's against terrorism. He wanted to show the world that he's against what? Intolerance. So that is why some of us are scared. For how long do we get scared and we let these people overtake our religion? The people are seeing ISIS as what? The flagship of Islam. Whereas myself and yourself were sitting down in Buckingham saying we are the real Muslims. But they are in the world scene. They are all over because they are active. We are not active. We are not showing the world that we are against terrorism. Please and please, we need to do more. In the next program, we should be thinking of having, even if it's going to be 20 people, let us march to central London, carrying placards saying we are in support of what? Of our fellow human beings that are being killed unjustly. Islam is against terrorism. Islam does not allow you to kill innocent people. Maybe if we start doing that, these people will realize that they are standing alone. But at the moment, they think they are representing us. They think they are doing what is right. And it's not good.
I wish I had answered to that. If I answered to that, many times I spoke to the government, as many scholars, Muslims, we sit together with ministers, with the prime ministers, we spoke for the integration. Why the Muslim does not integrate? And if they integrate, are they losing their religion? I am pointing at my sisters and brothers which are young, the older, mashallah, khair, inshallah, anything you want to do. At the moment, I'm talking about the young sisters, brothers like that. As an Imam of Oxford University and Oxford Brookes University, I can see many of the brothers, many of the sisters. They come there, they lose their religion. How could we integrate? Which Islam is against girlfriend and boyfriend? Are you listening to me or is some asleep? If you're sleeping, I stand you up. Because I'm not going to talk if you don't listen. Are you listening, brother? Yes. Are you listening, sisters? Yes. It's very important, it's for you. Instead of the government telling you, I tell the government and tell you. Listening to me is the first time you can get it. It's very important, my brothers, younger brothers and sisters. Sex is important. Youth, girlfriend, boyfriend. I don't say who of you in the middle have a girlfriend and a boyfriend. We know, I'm in university, I can see. I can see in the school where I'm going. Maybe the parents doesn't see. Drink. How could I integrate with my friends? Christian friends where they're drinking. How could I go to the pub? with them. These are not the answer and question. There are question and there are answer to it. How? And I give you answer if you want it. Drugs, the worst things. The worst thing is drugs. Nightclubs, raps, music, nudity, horns. You are in UK. It's everywhere. You open the television. You say, "Oh, Sheikh, don't say that. Is the sister, is the brother." All they know. It's a reality. How could you integrate in this while you keep your Islam? Impossible. If you have a sex with them with the married sex, you're doing zina. Out of the sex, you're doing fahsha. Drink is against Islam. Music, dance is against Islam. Drugs is a total against Islam. Islam is prohibited. And after that, when you come into work, you want to work. Selling drink, selling insurance, giving a, I don't know, mortgage to the people, riba and whatever, is all haram. Selling them in the Tesco, you go in and selling the meat. How could we do it? These are up to our scholars to sort it out. Something is happening at the moment around the world which is saying we have to integrate. We are living here. We are going to die there and our grave going to be in there. We are not going to go back. Many of us, you believe me, we are not going to go back. Our children and children and children, we are going to be there. You born and you're going. Therefore, how we can survive that, integrate to these people, integrate to this society, and be a good Muslim as well. I think inshallah that lady, the little boy said, your turn come next one. At the moment I'm just speaking. Yes, what we have, my brothers and sisters, I'm talking about the youth. There are ways. There are ways they are trying to do. Our scholars. It's called Umum al-Balwa. One of my students, which is a PhD doctorate, is from the Islamic, very religious Islamic country, and of course he writes in his thesis, his doctorate on that, how we can integrate, which we don't do the haram, because anything I said is a haram. Anything you want to do is a haram. And I see the sisters and the girls, Muslim girls sitting in university, sitting on a Muslim boys. Look, as soon as they see me run away. You believe me? They see me. They sitting on there. Of course, you cannot divide them, especially in university. Girl and boy sitting all together, and writing. These projects or whatever. Writing together, they breathe each other. This is happening. Therefore, how we can keep it in Islamic? They are trying to sort it out in the scholars. The scholar, not myself. I'm Sheikh, Mufti, Grand Mufti, and higher. What we need to do is called Ulum al-Bahwa. In the time of Prophet, time of Umar radiallahu anhu, the thieving was some kind of famine. It came a famine. And everybody was stealing because they had the food. And everybody had been chopped off. And Umar radiallahu anhu was stopping, you can't chop all of them, They're hungry. Let's think about it. I cannot chop all the hand, you can't do anything. And at that time they stopped it. Said, okay, because if the famine that, we have to stop this, we have to let him go. For example, I don't know, of course, our Sheikh was the Sheikh for the Sheikh Qanadawi. He's a very good scholar. He find the people in this country, he find it they are in a hardship after getting a mortgage. I saw the people's marriage departed because the man did not want to get the mortgage and woman wanted. And they lost because you pay 12,000, 13,000 pounds a year. Okay? For the rent, you pay 10,000 for a mortgage for 2 bedrooms. And Sheikh Qaradawi came and said, okay, if you get a 2 bedroom for 5 people, it's okay. It's okay because you're there, you know. If you are dying, you can eat anything, donkey, monkey, whatever you find, dead flesh you can eat, as long as you survive, not to fill your stomach full. Therefore, they agreed in that. Now, how we can come and agree? Allahu Alam, Allah knows best. How we can do it, which the brothers, because when you feel, the woman feel, God Almighty, I'm just standing with the and I'm doing something wrong with my boyfriend or my girlfriend or whatever, and I'm not going to go pray anymore because I feel filthy. I feel I'm doing wrong, and they take a job off after that. Subhanallah. Take a job after that, and after that, if the God was there, I wouldn't do that, I wouldn't do that, I wouldn't do that. And I'm blaming the God for it as well. Subhanallah, then after that goes out of religion. Many I see go out of religion, totally. And they're ashamed to say, I'm a Muslim or I believe in God. Therefore, what they need to do? Anything you do, is it finished talking about? Anything you do, you hold your Islam. Hold your Islam. You want to go to pub? No problem, go to pub. But you know you're Muslim. No problem. You go to Tesco's or drink there. You go around the shop is drinking. There is no problem. Don't sit with them. Assalamu alaikum. If you want to integrate, go to pub, don't drink. Do not drink. If you want to integrate, you can talk. To many I say you can hold hand if your intention, if they we are want to get married or whatever, what shall we do? Shall we kiss? Shall we cuddle? I said, no, I'm a register of marriage and divorce. They come and ask me. I said, no, I give you only hand, holding the hand, that's all. That's all I can give you. Maybe another sheikh give you better one. Go to another. If you find a better one, go to the another one. I'm not telling lie. I'm not telling lie. I say, hold the hand. There is no problem. And I stay somewhere where your people can see you. And intention, as long as in Islam we haven't got an engagement or anything else. But okay, as the intention was for Allah. For Allah. You holding the kiss for Allah, Allah give you best. He says He holding for me. You don't drink it for Allah, He says holding for me. Say, oh Allah, I can't drink that. But I don't, I respect you. He said, I respect you too. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is a way of integration. But anything you do not go near drugs and do not go near a person with smoking it, whatever. Even it's a joint. Little bit joint, I can don't, because the joint goes to the other one, to the other one, to the other one. This is what I can give you. Many scholars, they say that. Because if you lost your religion, you lost your life, you lost your everything. But if anybody got the answer, let me know as well. I can. Okay.